What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Flash video. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you do enjoy the video. The bell button needs to be clicked because my videos just don't seem to be going out to as many people as they used to be this time last year. So if you could go ahead and click that, that would be awesome. But that is the beggy portion of this video out of the way, apart from the end when I say, don't forget to, like and subscribe. But we've had quite a lot of new information coming out now around The Flash. So there will be spoilers for upcoming episodes in this, namely episode 420, Blaze It, that was the other day, and the finale, as well as some chatter around episode 419 as well. So if you don't like spoilers, you're out of luck here, because this is pretty much a spoiler video and kind of discussion. So the first thing, the biggest thing actually, is the reveal that the Accelerated Man will be returning in episode 20 of season 4. So he will be returning here, and in this episode we will actually be seeing Gypsy return. So Gypsy is returning in this, and we will see Cisco and Gypsy working together. Now let's not completely forget about the proposition that Breacher did offer Cisco of becoming the brand new Breacher of Earth 19. So that will be laying heavily on him, I imagine, especially with the fact that he wants to, live with Gypsy, he wants to spend more time with Gypsy, and sadly he can't do that because she's always busy and, they're on different Earths. But I am going to possibly put it out there that I do think that while this would be sucky to see Cisco go, it would open up the team for new blood. Cisco has been, and especially as well with Caitlin Snow, they've been pushed to the background, especially with the push of Iris in Team Flash. So with Iris for some reason leading the team, well, them actually being pushed to the back is not really a good thing in my opinion, and it is a shame that that is happening, although I'm probably going to be absolutely lynched by all of the Iris West fanboys and fangirls for saying that. But sadly it's true, and a lot of us are thinking it, especially with the whole We Are the Flash thing, and there is the fact that the finale is called We Are the Flash. Now I'm not really liking that idea, I'm not liking that whatsoever. But I think that the We Are the Flash idea for the finale is simply coming from the fact that the Mystery Girl is coming back, but more on that later. So the Accelerated Man here will possibly be in this. He will be in this because they will be going to Earth 19. Gypsy is involved as well to try and help take down DeVoe. The fact that the Accelerated Man here in being in this whole episode, it makes sense. So hopefully, it's been a season. It's been a whole season since we've had Accelerated Man in the show. And he was briefly in the episode, and he was given orders by Gypsy, or given someone to take on. And as we know now, that they are the Gypsy and the others, she does have other people just like her father who actually hunt people down. So who could they actually be hunting down? Now, I have no idea who that could actually be, but it could be someone else from Earth 19. And hopefully in this episode we will actually learn of his purple lightning, because the purple lightning is one of the weirdest things that we've had in this season. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if it was just the Accelerated Man who had purple lightning. We could presume that it'd be some sort of drug like Velocity that actually gave him his speedster powers. But Iris West, when the speedster powers were transferred to her due to Melting Pot, who is, now dead, but I do think that we will actually be getting these metas come back in some way due to time travel. And it's really weird that they spent so much time on these and had so many of these characters simply for them to just perish, especially with some of them being major characters, especially such as the Folded Man in the mythos of the Flash. So the fact that she was given this purple lightning is really weird, and leads me to think that we will actually hopefully get a look in and find out how the Accelerated Man gained his powers. Now, personally, I am expecting the fact that the purple lightning is transferred. So I think that speedster powers are transferred to someone, and that's how you get purple lightning, because that's how Iris got it and the Accelerated Man has it. So that's how they possibly will get those powers. So let me know what you think in the comments down below on that. Do you think that that's a bit too much? And what do you think his agenda is? Do you think he's good? A lot of people think he's bad for some reason, but I can't personally see him being bad or evil at all in this. But that's enough on that episode, and I'm excited to see where they go with the Accelerated Man, which is going to be pretty dope. But it's really weird that the director actually put this on his Instagram. But next episode, we have actually got everything going on, and we've got everything going on with Earth X. Now, for some reason, we're getting an Earth X siren called Siren X, which is, you know, Laurel Lance. So Laurel Lance is coming over from Earth X, which means we're getting Captain Cold, and Captain Cold is being drafted to actually help transfer Melting Pot, who was actually transferred to a dead Earth. So he was transferred to a dead Earth, and I imagine that the group are trying to save him and keep him safe and probably put him in the pipeline or somewhere else safe. But they need to cool him down because, well, you know, he is completely and utterly unstable. Now, Killer Frost is gone. She can't cool him down like she did. So they will actually need to draft the help of Citizen Cold. So Citizen Cold, glad he is returning as well. Now, one thing else is the fact that, well, remember someone else who was involved in the Earth X crossover? That was the Reverse Flash. So the Reverse Flash said that you won't know what name I will I will have next time we see each other. So let's push back as well. Remember a couple of episodes ago when we saw Harrison Wells go into the Gideon time chamber thing, or Gideon chamber, and, well, is he the Reverse Flash? So this is another thing which we could play in as well. Now, it could be simply a coincidence, and maybe it's aimed to mislead here, the fact that the Reverse Flash said that, and we see the Gideon chamber saying that it was over 1,000 days since they last actually saw each other. And again, in my review for that, I did mention that it's really weird that none of them, or Harrison Wells, would never have actually visited that. He wouldn't have known about that because he wasn't the same Harrison Wells who actually used that. It was Reverse Flash, and he was in a different season. So it's really weird how that is actually going to work. So maybe I'm reading too much into things here on Crisis on Earth X Return. It's not even called that. We're just getting involved with Earth X once more. But I'm interested to see Laurel Lance, Katie Cassidy. She's been doing very well on Arrow, and it's nice to see her crossover here. So maybe this is our unofficial Arrow crossover, even if you can actually call it that. I personally wouldn't be able to call it because it's not actually the same character. Technically, because the Arrow version is the Earth 2 version. Yeah, they really messed it up with Katie Cassidy's characters here on the show. Now, the last thing is really, really big. Really big here. And this is the fact, this comes from Canada Graphs. So I'm going to put a link in the description below. If I haven't done it, just let me know, comment as well, and I will put that in the description in case I forget, because Canada Graphs has been doing amazing work. Check them out on Twitter, and also go down to the blog as well for the full information on this as well. But this is finale level spoilers. So Canada Graphs has been able to actually snap photos of the finale. And, well, this has involved multiple versions of DeVoe and also the elongated man. So we've seen multiple versions of that in these images, and you can check out the full set down below as well in the description. And you can go onto the blog and go and check out, show some love, and follow them on Twitter as well, because they're always up to date on multiple different shows as well, such as Once Upon a Time and Supernatural. That's the ones I can think off the top of my head. But we see multiple versions. Now, it's for quite some time people have expected that we will go back in time. We will see the likes of Savitar and Tracy Brand, and we will see many other people come back. Now, part of me is thinking that maybe Barry will finally decide to go back in time and stop DeVoe from the very start. Now, this makes sense because DeVoe couldn't possibly predict that Barry would ever do this again, especially after Flashpoint. And if he went back in Flashpoint and stopped this, if he create Flashpoint 2.0, he would stop everything and make major issues as well. But this is the only way really to stop DeVoe. But there is another way. He could use time remnants. Time remnants, again, would be another idea and is a neat idea, but it could create another Savitar level problem. And could that be a way for him to do it? Time remnants, especially after Savitar, I can't see him ever trying to create time remnants once more. But the fact that DeVoe has multiple versions of himself leads me to think that perhaps he is going to manipulate Barry to go back in time to create time remnants of himself, which is why we see multiple versions, and why we see multiple versions of DeVoe and multiple versions of the elongated man. The elongated version of him has gone back in time and created these time remnants as well. So what do you think? Is that a bit too much into it? Do you think that's too much? Do you think that going back in time is a bit way, just another cop out as well for him to actually stop DeVoe? Could we see that happen once more? Now, that'd be really, really cool, I think, if we did go back in time, because I do like the time travel, but I can't see him ever doing it again due to Flashpoint. However, anything could happen. I mean, this season, Barry has said that he doesn't kill. They don't kill. Killing's bad. They never do it. Oh, wait. What about last season's finale when Iris West shot Savitar in the back and killed him? That was it. He was completely dead. So it doesn't really work there saying that it doesn't kill. And seeing Barry pushed to the limit would be really, really neat as well, especially with the impending doom of Enlightenment. So the satellite, he has control of the satellite. And what I'm thinking they're doing here is they will be changing the way people think. So they're changing the way that people think using this satellite, and it will be a version of the Jeff Johns era run with the Thinker, where the Thinker was no longer DeVoe. He was an uploaded AI. His brain was uploaded to the internet, and he used distributed computing to actually attach to people's brains. And I think that this is what's going to be happening. This is the Enlightenment, to change the way people think to actually save the world. And if he's controlling them, well, that's not really freedom whatsoever, is it? That's not how people want to live. So what do you think the Enlightenment is below? Let me know what you think. I would love to know what you think on the Enlightenment. I'm sorry, I find that really hard to say. But the Enlightenment is a looming spectre, and what does he need with Fallout? Because I can't see him dropping a bomb unless he's going to do some Watchmen-esque stuff like Ozymandias, who created a massive cataclysmic event to get the world to unite together. But that is it for this video. Did you enjoy a more in-depth and multiple topic video? Let me know in the comments. Please drop a like. Do you like the new format? I'll see you soon, and goodbye.